spring.
Each morning at dawn and birdies singing everything
The
else.
sun kisses.
Don't be late, that's why I can hardly wait. Open up that golden gate, California, here I come. This book is not completed, so I have presents for you when we're done because you can't buy anything, so you have to go home with something. This is called The Layers. I've been working on it for, my goodness, 2.5 years maybe. I started it just as a one poem, and then when, as you will find out soon, certain things happened, I decided to write a book about my life. So that's what this is. And let me put this out. I know all of you, so I don't have to be perfect. Okay, prologue. Seized of sibling confusion, left to die. Father was Bruno's only son, among 4 sisters. Raymond, Davy, Chucky, our father's sons. Mary Lala, his only daughter, my brothers, have no sons. Chucky has 2 daughters. My sons are Martin, who has no children, Aaron, who has Penn, and his sister Quinn, Daryl, who has 2 daughters, Alex and Evelyn. Why was I born? Why am I living? What do I get? What am I giving? It's not about me, it always is. What it is, the secret. Why this body, this head, these thoughts, this being me? Where is the man with all the answers? I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter. I don't like change. Not, no, change, none. And make believe it came from you. Am I the conflict or the mist? I'm gonna write words oh so sweet. Oh, Quinn, will I ever? Not you, Quinn Neubert, you, Quinn Tyler. They're gonna knock you off your feet. Now that was a shock when my first grandchild was named after my college roommate. Roll me over in the clover, roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Now this is chapter 1. The fun has just begun. Roll me over, lay me down, and do it again. Chapter 1. Tethered. Back again in this difficult-to-read, exotic environment, visiting my LA progeny to bridge the gap between myself and my only grandson. Everyone is off to work or school, alone after delivering Penn to elementary school, Quinn to middle. They had lost their nanny. I offered to help, thinking my physical condition would excuse acceptance. Instead, they accepted. My son got a direct flight for me from Fort Lauderdale to LA. The migraine had less time to develop. On Sundays, my father and grandfather would sit on either side of the fireplace, talking softly about building houses and other private topics. I watched, never listened. I look out the window at the monkey tree from my street-level grandpa suite, next to the garage of the house my son designed and built according to current strict California code. Remembering those lost in the Northern California mudslide, how does one survive a mudslide? I prepare to walk for coffee. Stacy only serves gourmet coffee. I like the coffee at the 7-Eleven, a short walk down Silver Lake. I pack my new man bag Charles got me for this trip, with the water bottle Martin's Brian gifted me, the wallet Aaron gave me, hat, keys, reading glasses, pen, and notepaper. It's 9:56. My phone is 100% charged. I slide the heavy pocket door to my room closed, stop to pee and wash, climb the 17 wooden steps to the main level, visually check the door for security, set the alarm code, exit and lock the front door. 10:07. Ready for my first walk alone since arriving. This is a big city. Stacy, my daughter-in-law, the lawyer, reminds me. No unsupervised youths playing in the streets, walking dogs, being children. I move slowly, don't want to trip down the steep 26 concrete steps to the street below, a challenge to this arthritic body. Hold on to the bright chrome railing, breathing deeply. During our first meetings, my COPD doctor taught me how to breathe. At the bottom, I observed my friend, the large, dark monkey tree across the street, greeting me each time I look out my grandpa suite window. As a youth, I would climb trees, settle high, sit and watch the world go by. Amazing what one sees if one looks, one learns. I have always loved trees. The psychologist my mother took me to when I was 12 said the large tree I drew meant I had a good relationship with my father. I didn't tell my mother we were wasting our time. I turn onto Berkeley Circle, a long block curving downwards towards Berkeley Avenue and Silver Lake Boulevard. Holding onto the neighbor's concrete wall, careful not to trip over the uneven sidewalk and debris pushing up. A quick look up the steep outside stairs, overgrown with small green plants, cluttered at the top with concrete rubble. Does anyone live here anymore? 2-story basements and 1-story homes equal 3-story houses. Layers upon layers. I love layers. I sketch on reclaimed paper, mostly figures, coloring with markers, layers on layers, trapping time. Continuing down the sidewalk, past newly reinforced retaining walls, already cracking, and recycle bins at the street, ready to feed the hungry and destitute everywhere. A woman in a black dress stands and turns on her porch and turns again, overlooking newly poured concrete walks, looking out at nothing. Low morning light bright in my eyes. Am I facing east? I never know with all these hills and valleys and roads turning and curving and up and down. A 3-dimensional roller coaster, not like Florida. 10:28, cool air breeze, crows sharply chattering, thick dark California ivy, intense spring blossoms, blooming desert succulents, low humidity. I reach Berkeley Avenue, cross here or at the light. I'm not good at making decisions. It doesn't really matter, or does it? No traffic coming or going. Look both ways twice. With my failed cataract surgery, I don't trust my eyes anymore. I step carefully off the curb, cross the damp, littered street in front of a parked car. Old tan Mercedes with little rust. We had a Ford Fairlane. What else for a suburban family in Henry Ford's Dearborn? Next comes the alley with a row of garage apartments. Everything is the same and somehow different. My first attempt to California got me to Chicago after Mother's indiscretion in 1954. Everybody say, California, here I come.
Right back where I started from.
Where Bowers. Anyway, my first successful trip to LA was 1961. Running away from Ann Arbor, an aborted affair with my college art teacher, ended up living in an Anaheim motel, selling encyclopedias to nobody. Somebody loves me, I wonder who, maybe it's you. Across from the newly opened Disneyland. The only job I could find was selling encyclopedias. I didn't know what a recession was. Broken from family and friends, I continued down a short block, 1055. A motorcycle grumbles by, a rusty blue Toyota at the curb. Due to low humidity, more old cars still running here than anywhere in this country of ours. Turn left, go north with the light, onto Silver Lake Boulevard. Horn blows. Tall old pine droppings invading the crooked, cracked street. Layers of the past pushing up from the forest below. Bleed through in various bits into the present. Some recognizable, some not. Right back where I started from. Hitched back to Dearborn, stranded in cold October St. Louis. At bus stop, asked a woman what the fare was to the bus station. And then asked her, could you loan it to me? Where bowers of flowers bloom in the spring. Layers are the context of my mature art. Colored drawings on recycled materials, discarded wood, paper, books, layered over, U.S. Geological Survey maps, music notation. Is it tree roots or my father's penis? Each morning at dawning, birdies singing everything. An old red topless Jeep in the busy workday traffic. Purple flowers scattered the sidewalk. Shuttered street restaurant, waiting for the lunch crowd. In the middle of this long block, a sun-kissed maid said, don't be late. That's why I can hardly wait. At the 7-Eleven for coffee, I look for decaf and cup sugar cream. Never can fit the top securely. The price has gone up. Open up that golden gate, California, here I come. Sipping the hot drink by the trash bin outside, I think, we're going to have an earthquake. Should I tell someone? I throw my almost finished coffee in the bin and continue to the 5th Street stoplight. Push the first cross signal. I count to counter my impatience. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A long wait until cleared. 7, 8, 9. Cross the street. Push the next signal for the little street going up into the hills. An aqua 4-door Lincoln convertible catches my eye. My dream car, as I pass a Sotheby's for lease sign. Layers from granddad to father to daddy to son to grandson. Down Silver Lake Boulevard comes a sexy old green Volvo. I love cars. Bought a dark blue Pontiac Firebird, like the lead actor in the Knight Rider television series. We got cheers when we drove down the street. Aaron took it to Gainesville, traded it in for a mountain bike to take to Italy during spring break. My Pontiac Fiero's engine was blown by Darryl when he was in high school. I now drive a Ford Thunderbird, bought used back in 2007 for $20,000, paid off in 2 years. It originally sold for a premium, never thought I could afford it. Sold the Oldsmobile Toronado Trofeo to Martin. Cost him money fixing it while moving to Cleveland. Cracked sidewalk, car horn of recognition, memories of tethered times. My father sometimes took me to work with him in the summer when mother couldn't handle me. He showed me how to hold the hammer, drive the nail efficiently. I loved talking. He didn't talk much. Along the pine needle-strewn sidewalk, I pause at the reservoir to watch the primitive activity in the dog park. I need water. Don't want to get dehydrated like last month. Anxiety and dark thoughts. I turn and retrace my path, not crossing the street at the 7-Eleven. Past the shuttered restaurant. Should I have had hot coffee? Caffeine could be a trigger, Cross in the middle of the street to look in a thrift store. Check the time, 11:27. Horn blowing at me. I'm standing in the middle of the street in front of a light blue Studebaker. Sorry, waving my arms over my head the way Charles does. I reach the curb, shorter blocks on this side, but more of them. Multi-family apartments. I trip over the cracked sidewalk, catch myself on the side of a tree trunk. What stories are there in the layers of this city? I am getting thirsty. This isn't arid desert. Quicken my pace. Cross with the light at Berkeley Avenue. Hurry up. The long trudge to the house. Careful not to trip. The woman in the black dress, still on her porch, holding a cup of coffee, does not notice me. Nobody notices me. I notice everybody, just like junior high school. Monkey Tree greets me. I climb up the steep concrete steps, supporting myself on the chrome railing, stopping and breathing at the door. Security code, 2, 4, 1, no, 2, success, into the home, keys in tray. I went with Aaron as he picked up his approved plans to earthquake his new house to replace the 1920s Spanish style he and Stacy purchased for less than $1 million. My father and grandfather would be proud to see their progeny's architectural skills. I need to tell Penn he is the last to carry the Neubert name. I arranged the art project for him and me to do, a colored drawing on large checkered paper. We both will work on it, side by side at the dining room table when he returns from school. Rest for a moment, then a cool drink of water from the fridge, down the steep wooden steps into my basement suite. My son cleverly built the new in the footprint of the old, had to leave at least one original wall to meet code, the concrete basement wall behind my headboard. A 1-story cottage became a 3-story home. Legal layers. I go to the bathroom to pee, refill my drink container. Time to nap. Drink more water, plug my cell phone in to charge, set it on the bed next to my pillow. So if someone calls, I will hear it. Cuddle under the sheets. 11:56. Roll head to massage my neck into the foam pillow I brought from West Palm Beach. Not falling asleep, counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awake to low grumbling noise, then nothing. Reach for my phone. 12:17. Drink some water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wake to loud grumbling noises all around me, over me. The bed is moving side to side, headboard banging against the wall, pocket doors rattling. Why is it so dark? It's the middle of the day. Am I having an earthquake? I reach for my phone. My God, it's in my hand. I try to bring it to my face. Push away. I need my reading glasses. They're hanging around my neck. I push the light button on the phone. 12:34. I yell, we're having an earthquake. No one answers. The wall crashes on me, pushes me against the opposite wall. The headboard on top of me. A little light from the window. Monkey Tree gone. My legs. Can't move my legs. How long did the mudslide victims last before they were rescued? I open my cell phone, try to call, tell them I'm alive, still here. It reads 12:41. Not in service. Shit. Relax. Breathe. Which direction am I facing? At my mother's death, I was invited to my sister's home after the Jehovah's Witnesses service. My father was there, and brothers and sisters' family. I hadn't seen any of them for years, except accidentally, once, at 2J's in Lake Worth. I ran into Mary Ellen and her husband Jean. She let me hug her. My father kept saying, Carlos's breasts have shriveled up to nothing. 12:56. 1, 2. Mother kept phoning me. Your father doesn't want sex anymore. 3, 4. I think about my blessed life, layers of adventures. If I meet them, I'll ask what they talked about. Did he forgive me? Breathing. 2:07. 5, 6, 7. Tinkle, tinkle, little pea, how I wonder what you see. Way down in the sewer low. Mary Ellen and the two Margarets wrote those words. 3:55. 8, 9. Will my grandson know what to do? 5:12. No noise. 10, 11, 12, 13. Layers take time, like life. 40. 50. Time traps. T. 6, 7, 8, 9.